cold cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off into fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
Number one in the house. What is up? So I got this weird green screen. I'm at work today. Can you hear me okay? I don't have a mic. I don't have the headphones. I don't have anything. So a couple things I wanted to clear up. What's going on? Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you saw that, but we're getting closer to hearing about possible Jenn Soto phone calls. And I wanted to clear up yesterday. There was a lady that told me that Jennifer Soto was not a teacher, was not a substitute teacher. My fingers get cut off. I'm at work. Anyway, I'm glad you can hear me fine. My voice carries. I'm going to start off with that. And then quickly, I'm going to go through the plunder video. It's a quick video. We'll go through it. She's got the deets, her and the docket and everybody else that paid for it. Yes, you've caught a live, and I'm going to come on today at 4:00. I got an important episode for you today at 4, but let me quickly show you something for the person yesterday. And you know, I don't like to, nobody likes to be wrong. I don't not only like to be wrong, but I don't want to give wrong information. So therefore, yesterday when we were on our live stream, we talked about Jenn Soto being a substitute teacher. So hello everybody, what's up? MM Clark, Bev Taylor, Avis, Barbella, what's up? You finally caught a live. Charla Salazar, Melly, what's up? Stephanie Golden, hi. So I get people here that I don't see normally at this time, and I just came on because number one, I wanted to clear this up. I don't want to give misinformation. And I didn't give misinformation. Oh, you like me without the headphones? You can see the hawk. All right. Anyway, okay. I could always do without the headphones or without the glasses, whatever. It's just my thing. Democracy, not fascism. What's up? All right. Let me read this to you real quick so we can clear this up. Whoop. Caught alive, Great Britain. Let's clear up that Jenn Soto was, in fact, a substitute teacher. Okay, I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna get the plunder document or the plunder info that she's gonna get the Stephan Sterns. She's got phone numbers. She knows these people are calling him. It's a burner phone. She's bold. All right, listen. It's one of the interviews with the teachers on February 29th, approximately 4:19 hours. Interview was conducted. The following is a synopsis of a statement. All right. Now, it's the 7th period English class, has been there since fall of 2023. Maddie, the teacher, told this interviewer that he had a great relationship with Maddie and I think Jenn, and he thinks she likes him. And this teacher described Maddie as quieter, who sometimes does her work. Maddie is sleepy many days, where she comes in and puts her head down and does nothing. You guys all know about this, which he said not a lot of kids do. Told me that he only keeps academic tabs on Madeline, and she only has conversations about her grades. Madeline says they never had any conversations about Madeline. Or the teacher said they never had conversations about Madeline's home life, and he did not meet her parents, even though, and then it says, Madeline's mother was a substitute teacher for him in October of 2023. So he hadn't seen any recent changes in Maddie's behavior, he noted, and that had not been as many sleepy days in the beginning. Okay, so I cleared that up. What's up, y'all? I'm going to take that down. She, in fact, was a substitute teacher, which, in fact, if you're a substitute teacher, you have to be able to have some accreditations and some, at least some introduction stuff, reading, etc. Stonefly Blue, what's up? I have a weird green screen. I'm at work right now, but I wanted to bring this to you, and we can go fast with it, and we can cut out the ad. Paula's doing great work, Paula from Plunder, but I wanted to make sure I brought it to you in case you missed it, and you can go over there and watch her whole video. All right, listen, she called Stephan Sterns' jail friend, and she even called the number. She was so bold. So let's listen to this together.
Sterns is cooling his heels in jail until he can stand trial and face the music for what he did to his girlfriend's 13-year-old daughter, Madeline Soto. I just received Stephan Sterns' jail call log. I requested it for a specific time period, and I learned that from April 23rd through June 16th, 2024, Sterns called at least 5 different numbers. According to the jail peeps down there, Sterns has had no visitation in the time frame that I requested, which is a pretty recent time frame. So I'm assuming that means no video visits and no in-person visits. People don't want to be caught on camera, I guess, with Sterns. I did learn that Sterns called at least 5 numbers during that time period. 2 of those numbers belong to his father, Chris.
All right, so this means we're getting closer to figuring out who he's calling, who he's talking to, what's going on, and we know that Paula is dedicated from Plunder and the docket, and all of these content creators are dedicated. They've purchased, they've already paid for the documents and information, and we're getting closer. Now here we are. Yeah, she is, but she likes to keep to herself, which I don't blame her. Yes, I'll be back at 4:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna post that today. I just wanted to bring this as breaking news because this just came out, and Paula got the details on the phone calls. Who is he calling? We're trying to figure that out.
One of the numbers belongs to his mom. The 4th number looks like it was just a misdial. And the 5th number is the big mystery number. It's the person he's been talking to the most. Sterns has had at least 22 different phone conversations from this time period, and the bulk of them are with this mystery number. Now let's hope we'll get to listen to those calls pretty soon. But before we get to that, I want to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video.
And we do too for you, Paula. We love that you can make your income this way and keep to yourself, which is much safer than what we do. All right, there you go.
Now, back to old Stephan Sterns. I think we might possibly be able to hopefully listen to Stephan Sterns' jail calls coming up. Who knows? By the time you watch this video, maybe they'll be on the way. We've already paid for them. You know, the YouTuber named The Docket. He requested them. He paid for them. I gave him money too. And so it's a little confusing. Initially, Osceola told me, please note that jail call audio and video visits are not public record and require a subpoena before I can release them. That's Osceola. But then I wrote back, according to the attached response to notice of discovery by Danielle Marie Pinell, Assistant State Attorney, Florida Bar number blah, 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 she wrote, please be advised that the Orange and Osceola County jails record all phone calls and have the capability of recording all video visitations. All recorded conversations that the defendant has during phone calls and video visitations while incarcerated at the Orange and Osceola County jails are public records and are available through a public records request through the county jail. And they gave the Florida Rule of Criminal Procedure 3.220 B1C. So therefore I made a request for his jail calls and his video visits from his first date of incarceration to the present. But as of this filming, I have not received any yet. But maybe we'll be talking about it soon because there was a Notice of Provision Discovery, e-filed on July 16, 2024. That's in Stephan Sterns' case file. It says, comes now, the state of Florida by and through the undersigned Assistant State Attorney gives notice that copies of the below listed were mailed on July 16, 2024. And guess what it says? Copy of digital media number 7, 1 DVD containing
the jail calls, folks. We're going to potentially have the jail calls soon, and we're probably going to hear a lot of whiny Mickey Mouse style, I want my coffee and whatever, but who's he talking to? And do you think that Jenn is going to be so bold as to be talking to him? I mean, really, she's been hiding out the whole time. Paula thinks it's a burner phone. Paula is a badass for calling that number. I wish I had that number, but we'll leave it to her to do that. And we don't want to harass anybody, and we don't have the number, but she's the one paying for these documents, and she's a bigger channel. She's been around, so kudos to her for digging this up.
Jail calls from May 20th through July 1st, 2024. So what's a sneak peek of what we might be able to get? I'm telling you, this FOIAing and public records request business can be time consuming. It can be costly, as I'm learning. I mean, I was off getting something notarized today to send to Colorado. It can be confusing, just from what I read you right there. So that's why I don't want to promise that we'll hear the calls, but I'm hoping we will. The docket was sent an invoice. We paid the invoice. We're assuming it might contain the jail calls. Maybe it'll contain something else from Discovery. Who knows? Again, like I say, we just pay and see what we get. But as a sneak preview, this jail log sent to me featured Stephan Sterns calling area code 941 numbers. That's in the west central coastal region of Florida. Now, of course, I'm not going to tell you the phone numbers. I'm not going to dox anyone, but I will tell you the first number. It was called on April 23rd.
Now let's pay attention to the area, because I don't know if Jess is in here, not the mama. I don't know where Bree is right now. I don't know if she's here. I can't see everybody right this second, but I'm going to take note of the area because I want to find out if they're in the area of where the family is. If that number is coming from that area, I can dig that up and figure out where the family is. So pay attention to what she says the area is.
For 2024, around 6:41 p.m., I figured out the 7-minute call. It belongs to Chris Sterns. It's his dad's cell phone number. They only talk 7 minutes, April 23rd. I don't know if we'll get that one because that doesn't fall within the May 20th through July 1st timeframe. Now, the second number is the big one, the big mystery number that I couldn't figure out. Also a 941 number. I saw a weird name attached to it, which I don't even think is real, but I'm not going to say. There's many, many calls to this number from May 13th to June 16th and perhaps beyond. Mostly this number, speaking at max 15 minutes, many times. If you just look down the log here like I will, this number, Sterns is calling, starting here May 13th, around 2 p.m. He speaks for 13 minutes. Again on May 13th, 2:35 p.m. He speaks for another 15 minutes. May 17th at 8:29 p.m. He speaks for 15 minutes. I mean, he calls this number again and again. May 17th, 9:01 p.m. for 15 minutes, their max. So this person, whoever Sterns is having a conversation with, and we'll discuss who I think it might be, he's having...
See, and of course she thinks it might be a, she puts Jen's face up, so she obviously thinks that it's her. She goes as so bold as to call it, and, that would be like sealing the deal here that, if that comes out to be her, that's a sealing the deal that the mother or the bad mother of the year award is all I have to say about that, because they're not going to talk about any of the crimes, right? But all right, let's finish this up. Paula, you're bold. You're bold.
Relatively late night conversations with this person. May 17th, 9:34 p.m., 15 minutes. May 18th, 7:42 p.m. for 15 minutes. I mean, it goes on and on. May 18th, it's like sometimes the very next day, sometimes calls the same day. May 18th, 8:13 p.m., he spoke with them for 15 minutes. May 18th, again, 8:44 p.m., spoke with them for 15 minutes. It's almost like back-to-back calls here. And that number is listed again with like 0 minutes. Maybe he's just trying to call, and there's all these excuses they list at the end type for this call. Time limit, no call, called party, hang up, station, hang up, pre-answer, hang up. So some of them don't connect. Some of them are the full max time. Some of them are just calls, talking, 8:10 p.m. on May 26th, again for 15 minutes. This particular phone number is one that appears over and over. So of course I wanted to find out, who does this number belong to? I Googled it, but I found mention of some weird name. I even paid for a background report on that number, but there was no name readily attached to that number.
She's a sab. And listen here, it's not Sarasota. She's going to say something else. I don't think, unless you already watched it. And what's up, the beautiful Melly in the house? It's not Sarasota. I want to pay attention again because I heard it the first time, but I want to write it down and find out. In my experience with people that I know, she's at her family's house and she's just not going out there doing everything, bringing it to her.
We're saying maybe it's a potential spam number. Maybe it's some kind of voice over internet protocol number. It is possible this caller is using common tactics to hide their identity. These numbers might not be associated with a specific location, but I did get a location because I actually called this number. It could be a new or temporary number. It could be a spoof number, but I don't think so because of the location. This is leading me to believe it could possibly be Jennifer Soto on a burner phone. I don't know if I'm going too far here. I can't verify who belongs to this number. So I thought, you know what? Let me call it. Let me call the number. Maybe someone will pick up. Maybe someone will pick up. What will they say? What will I say? Oh boy, it was scary.
Hi, you've reached 1941. Please leave your message after the tone.
Dr.
But
Google.
what I got was kind of a standard, not really computerized, but just a woman saying, "Hi, you've reached this number, leave your name at the tone." Just the standard voicemail greeting. Nothing where we could kind of pick up and see, oh, is that Jennifer's voice? So that made me more curious. This person, whoever it is, has taken pains to hide their identity. After I called the number, I noticed in my own call
Okay,
log,
there
it
it
gave
is.
a location of Mayaca City, a city in Florida. I've never heard of this city. I used to live in Florida, in Tallahassee. I used to know all the counties when I worked for the lottery there. I never heard of Mayaca City, and I'm probably butchering the name. It's only about a 2-hour or so drive away from that infamous apartment on Santa Maria Drive, apartment 107 in Kissimmee, where this horrible crime likely took place. So could that be Jenn still talking to Stephan, or is it just another friend? Who knows? Let's talk about that a little more. Number 3 was just probably a misdialed number because it was only 1 digit off from the number Stephan calls all the time.
Okay, and she is, I know, Shelly, you can't believe that she is. The family's letting Jenn stay with them, but she absolutely is. And right now, she hasn't been charged with anything. She's, I'm sure, denying everything. She's lawyered up. She's absolutely, the family supporting her. Stephanie Soto is the one that put up the GoFundMe, if you want to be technical. And the GoFundMe was for Maddie for Jennifer Soto. So Stephanie Soto and Yolanda Zambrano, all of them are absolutely backing Jenn in the theory that she didn't know what was going on. So I know you're saying it. That's like kind of a, you're just saying, I can't believe, but believe it.
It looks like he just added an extra 7 in there. And then number 4. That's the number that belongs to his mom because it's attributable to that poodle's place. We know his mom breeds poodles. We've been over that in the past. All the links to the podcast you'll find below, and you can go over the history of what we've learned about Stephan's parents, his mom and dad, his emails, their history, their almost divorce, and everything. But this number attributed to his mom only shows up twice on this phone list. It happened on June 15th, 2024. They spoke apparently for 15 minutes at 9:21 at night. And then again the next day, June 16th, Sterns must have spoken with his mom again for 15 minutes at 8:14 at night. Now, the 5th number is just another number for Chris Sterns, who is Stephan's dad. He must just have 2 different numbers. I couldn't find any evidence of Stephan having a brother named Chris or anything. I think he only has his dad named Chris. They spoke twice on June 16th. So this is interesting that he hasn't spoken to his parents much. Of course, we went back and forth. We read their emails. I guess he doesn't have much time to speak with them, or hopefully he's trying to save his parents some money from all those books he keeps ordering. All we see here is him speaking to his dad, April 23rd, within this time frame for a few minutes, 7 minutes, and then this mystery person all in between. But then he speaks again to his parents June 15th and 16th. What was going on then? Was it some kind of special day for his parents? When is their anniversary date? I'd have to look back at my own research to find out. But he spoke with his mom on June 15th and June 16th, and then he spoke with his dad twice.
I'm sorry, Beb. I did not see that. Beb Taylor, you rock. $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you all for showing up. We have 238 people here in chat, and I just wanted to make sure you all saw this and know that we're getting closer to a lot of things. We're getting closer to the documents coming out, and we're getting closer to a lot more information. On June 16th, 2024, first at 8:46 p.m. for only 2 minutes. What was that call about? Did he ask his dad to do something? Did someone have to hang up quickly? And then he spoke with him again 9:03 p.m. that night for the full 15 minutes. You know, a lot of things can happen. Inmates can run out of money, and it's like, oh, can you put some more money on there? Or I'll call you back, or maybe something was going on. You know, I think he's still isolated, I guess, in the jail, so I don't know if he had to do anything different. It's funny, the docket on YouTube, he said, I was laying there thinking we might listen to these calls and hear a bunch of talk about Lacey the puppies. And I thought, you know what, you could be right, but I've been hunting down this mystery person, and part of me is wondering, is it Jennifer? And if it's Jennifer, does she have hybristophilia? It's a condition involving a sexual interest and attraction to those who commit crimes. After all, if Jennifer had any idea about what Sterns was doing to her own daughter all these years, if she kind of allowed it, or, and this is all only speculation, but if she did it and she... Now, this is what we're talking about. If you just hopped on, folks, and thank you, Millie, for that. We don't know if that's Dr. Google, or we can call it Uncle Google, because Uncle Google always saves our lives for everything that we need. We're talking about the phone calls that we've got, that Paula and the docket and everybody that pitched in money to pay for the documentation just came out with the phone numbers. And there's a number that was called 22 times, many calls, 13 minutes, 15 minutes, long sessions over and over. And we want to know, And Paula called the number and it went to like some generic, in my opinion, it's like a Google voice that you can just set up. So that's what you walked into, smacked that like 254 people in a live just on a last minute on a, what day is it? Tuesday. Thank you. All right. We're almost done.
She was still with him and on and off and attracted to him. What would stop her from still talking to him after he goes to jail for being arrested for committing those crimes? Part of me is wondering, boy, who is this person? Whoever it is, maybe it's just a friend who knows that Stephan needs a listening ear. People in jail just need someone to talk to. Or could it be a spiritual advisor? I have no idea. What are we going to hear? Now, some inmates are hyper aware of what is being said over these calls, how it will affect their case. I'm sure Sterns, he paints himself as a smart man. And even when his mom said in that email recently that we went over, she said, like basically throw Jenn under the bus. Now, of course, it was redacted. We don't know who she was talking about. But if Sterns' mom was talking about Jenn Soto, she was encouraging Sterns to not take all the blame for this and throw her under the bus. And it hurts us too when you do that, when you protect others. And basically it was speak up, spill the beans, throw her under the bus. Well, as we went over, Sterns did not reply to that. I didn't see him address that at all. He didn't say, Mom, shut up. Stop talking about the case. Stop talking about whomever. So we don't know how he responded. He's probably hyper aware, just like his dad asked from the beginning emails. I'm assuming all this stuff is basically public information too. So what will we hear if and when we hear these calls?
Right. What are we going to hear? Is it going to be Jenn? If it is, she's the dumbest woman on the planet and the worst mother in the world. I cannot imagine, and I can't even begin to think that she would think that she'd be able to hide it by using a burner phone, because once you hear that information and you hear the calls, you're going to know who it is. Thank you so much, Nina, for the $10 justice, #justice for Maddie. Unbelievable. Everything's coming fast. I hope it doesn't come out while I'm not around, but I'm still going to be around. I'm going to take all my streaming gear and it might look a little wonky, but I'll still have a voice for the voiceless. And if something comes out, something big comes out, I promise you that I'm going to get on, even if I have to get on my phone and bring it to you all. We're not done yet, but whoever's leaving.
With Sterns' little voice, will it just be a bunch of talk about puppies and Tamagotchis and Warhammer and all that stuff? Will he be directing his parents on what to buy him, what to give him, or will they slip up? Will we hear some stuff? I mean, he's talked to this person quite a bit, this mystery person, and I want to know who the person is. I have a feeling more information is coming really soon. Now, I just checked the court websites again. Thank the Holy Spirit for telling me. Now, on July 17th, 2024, there was some stipulated protective order to provide confidential and or exempt public records, laboratory DNA file, bench notes, and analytical.
Well, before we get back into that, I have a question for you. Are there any groomers in the house? Because I do want to know if you can groom my chinchilla. It's really out of control. That chinchilla needs to be groomed. So if anybody can groom it, let me know and hit the like button. If you missed that yesterday, hey, can you groom my chinchilla? Wait, do you clip the nails? Anyway, let's keep going. #arrest Jenn Soto, folks. That's why I'm here till the end.
Electronic data. There's going to be a lot to this case. Obviously,
All right.
there's a lot that's going to be exempt from public records because of the nature of the case. Stuff we don't want to see anyway. We know Sterns has a status hearing for October 14th, 2024 at 9 a.m. in courtroom 4F before Judge Keith Karsten. But I have a feeling maybe we will hear his voice before then. God, I hope so, in Jesus' name. And we can analyze these calls if they give us the audio, hear what he talks about. And wouldn't it be a trip if we do hear Jennifer Soto's voice pop up?
No, his mom's phone is on there. His dad's phone is on there. And then there's a gang of them. There's 5 numbers and there's one that he's talking to all the time. I do not believe it's his mother's personal phone at all whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not saying I believe it's Jenn Soto either, because I would think she was a lot. I give her a lot more credit than a lot of people do. So if it is her, we're going to be able to hear the calls, and that's the dumbest thing on the planet. So whoever it is, they're talking to him frequently, and it's not his attorney. I don't think. Could
Who
be.
else could he be talking to
No,
so often? Maybe
It's not his attorney because those numbers are private. You're right. Someone said that, and that goes through a different system, and they're not recorded.
it's someone we don't even know. Is it a male or a female? My gut is
Oh, come on.
telling me it's probably a female, and maybe it's someone who they're taking pains to hide their identity in terms of their phone number. Maybe they're assuming their phone calls won't get out, or maybe it's just light banter with Stephan. Who knows? It'll be interesting to see what these calls contain and who really is sticking by him. It would be very weird if it is Jennifer, but I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, we'll know her voice is pretty distinctive. I wouldn't put it past her to keep talking to Sterns, even if she's often hiding somewhere. I don't know if she's really in a mental facility or not.
No.
If she is, I don't know if she'd be able to talk to him.
Now, of course, Paula gets all the documentation and so forth, but she's not talking to the family. She wonderful, beautiful blessings to you, Paula. However, Jenn went into a mental facility in the very beginning. She checked herself in. She was having a breakdown. She's had many breakdowns, and whether it was because her daughter, what happened, or because she was involved, she did do that, and that could be part of her defense when she does. That's a big defense that she's been in mental hospitals in and out for many years. Sue Chemnitzer. What's up, Jay? Thank you for your hard work and positive energy. Don't change. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I won't. I can't unless I get sad. All right. Yeah. So Jenn is not in a mental hospital. She didn't check herself in for long term. It was probably for sometimes they do a 72-hour hold, but sometimes it could just be 24 hours. I don't know about Florida statutes. In California, it's 72 hours.
Inmate. It has to be someone who has the money for calls. Well, maybe not. Maybe his parents are funding his calls. We've seen other cases where women will stick by certain men and make all kinds of excuses for their behavior. I'm closely following a different case where that is the case. A guy who was married to a popular radio show co-host, and turns out the jail calls revealed he had a mistress, and that mistress was the one who would go visit him in prison and even keep speaking to him over jail calls to this day. This isn't Sterns. This is a different case. We know Sterns isn't married, but it's an interesting psychology to see someone sticking with someone in that regard and expressing their love for them and making all kinds of excuses for why they're in there. Oh, it must have been a setup. Oh, they're after you, blah, blah, blah. So I can't wait to hear Sterns' calls and see what they reveal. Let's close with Luke 8:35. They came to Jesus and found the man.
And we'll always do that. You know, I don't no religious or anything like that, but in honor of Paula and us using her video, Luke 8:35, they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had come out, sitting at Jesus' feet, clothed cloth in his right mind, mentally healthy, and they were frightened. So we'll leave it at that. I, always appreciate content creators and the work they put in, the money they spend. As I grow, I can afford to do that as well and pitch in for the documents. Now, the docket is very kind. I call him E or Easy E. We have a friendly relationship, and he is perfectly fine with sharing the documentation as long as I pay for it. So, and many others are glad to assist in me getting documentation if I pay for it, of course. And I don't mind pitching in once I get to the level that I can afford that. So, Jay, do you think, Petra's asking, Jay, do you think she'll be charged with anything? Absolutely. Go back and watch my video yesterday and the day before and then the day before that. But really, if you watch the last two videos, I absolutely think that Duty Ron thinks that, Pat Brown profiler, criminal profiler thinks that, so many people think that, and they feel that a case is being built against her. I told you I know people that are in the courthouse on a daily basis in Florida, in the courthouse system, checking on the case for Stephan Sterns. Oh my, dang, Millie, thank you so much for that super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow. Happy birthday to me. I thank you for the love. You see how, Millie, thank you again, everybody. Hot mess. Wow, Millie and I are friends. We talk, and we have a passion to talk for hours where my wife's like, get off the phone. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Marianne. And thank you, Millie. Happy early birthday. Thank you for your wonderful work. You do keep in touch with me. I know I don't want to talk your personal life, but I know the day after my birthday, you're heading out. And if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. You know, you can text me, call me, whatever, while you're out there doing your thing. I know it gets boring sometimes. Nina Drew, thank you for the $1.99. Happy birthday. I appreciate you greatly. But Millie, really, seriously, honestly, truly, you know I'm here. And I answer and talk when I can. I text back and forth with you. So if you're out there and you're feeling lonely or you just want to talk or whatever, you know, I'm just a phone call away. And thank you, Millie, for your service at that as well and all you do. What's up, honey bun? Carrie, I got the episode put together. I'm going to put that up for 4 o'clock today. We're doing Wade Wilson, Deadpool brain that never goes away. And yeah. My birthday hasn't happened yet. Hey, girl, what's popping? I've been around for a while, but what have I missed? Well, the Stephan Sterns jail calls will be coming out soon, and we're trying to figure out. My birthday is on Thursday, so you didn't miss that. Thank you. We're gonna have a thank you, Bree. We're gonna have a celebration on Wednesday for the members only crew. That everybody that supports me, we're gonna post a wanted ad for Sarah Boone and see if you're good enough to be a Sarah Boone lawyer. We're gonna do a roast, and if you don't know the case, we're gonna watch the suitcase video together, which doesn't take very long. And Alara, what's up? You finally caught a live, yay! And I posted that up. You guys don't have to pay to play on my channel. I appreciate it. All donations, super stickers, chats, all that, but I don't want you to feel like you have to give me money for me to post your thoughts and comments. Happy birthday, Leo. Yes, I am a lion. Hear me roar. Thank you, Cynthia Vargas, so very much for the super sticker. Again, you never have to pay to play with us. You just have to play. And happy birthday for you yesterday. You are technically at the very end of being a Cancer. You are not a Leo, but we still love you. Bren, you can't wait for the suitcase trial. Me too. And that's why I'm starting that video. So Bren, I hope you get your membership so you can be in the membership crew. If not, well, we're going to cover it again anyway. And I'll take all the happy birthdays I can get because I might not see you on my actual birthday. Leo's in the house. What's up? Yeah, August 8th is my brother's birthday. He's a Leo. Imagine 2 Leos growing up together in the same house. Battle of the wills, folks. Yeah, it's rough. But it made me who I am. So I'm 100% cannot handle Psycho Sarah Boone. She's a lot. Well, Savage Barbie, I hope you're there for the birthday celebration. I'm going to put a birthday hat on Sarah Boone on the cover and make her celebrate with us as we post her ad. So my bad for posting the price. No, you're good. I don't know. No bad for anything. I don't know. Did somebody say something? You're good. Thank you all. All right. I am actually at work. Leo in the house. Guilty crime. Feliz cumpleaños. Bren, do that, please. Friday is Wednesday. We got 2 more days today. Wade Wilson. Tomorrow we do Sarah Boone and a birthday celebration for me with members only. That way I can actually talk about whatever I want and I don't have to have anybody telling me to stop talking or not use my hands, whatever. James Goldsmith, thank you so much. Happy birthday to me, and I will have a good one. Carly, honestly, thank you. And Victoria Burgess, thank you. Aw, thank you. My Savage Barbie. You're like my Barbie doll. That's what I would have is a Savage Barbie. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I love you, and I will see you at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and everywhere in between that. All right. Let me see if I can hit the outro. I'm out.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?